Good morning. Good morning. How is everyone doing? Oh, wait a second. The notification hasn't popped yet. There it is. All right. Now I can say my hellos. I was like, I don't know. So, welcome to all of you. We welcome Scott, Sherry, Flowing. So good to see you this morning. Karen Johnson. Hello. I read. I hear that your PT is helping, so I'm so grateful for that. I kind of was lurking on the chat. You know how it goes. You just kind of do that sometime. Blue Crescent Tarot. Good morning, Michelle. My Bell. Pamela Batchelor. Mama Bear. I missed you, Mama Bear. I don't see you. There you are. I went right on by you. How did I do that? I don't know. I'm so sorry. Anyway, good morning. I do hope you all are well. I might have a guest today. We'll find out. But right now, my guest is Bobblehead Bob. And I like Bob because his head's on crooked like mine is. So there we go. So I already pulled the angels. Let me invoke the angels. So I have a little cut on my finger. Oh, Karen. Oh, that's so funny. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at this because I want to make sure. Oh, hang on. She might be having an issue. Yes, Flowing says hello to everybody. She's on her phone. Okay. All right. Okay, so I am going to have a guest this morning. She just needs a little bit of time. I understand that. But you just wait. I think you're going to like it, but we'll see. All right. Let's invoke the angels. Unless, of course, we only have 12 people. Does everybody want to do a little check-in? How y'all doing? How's everyone doing? Little emoji face. Good morning, Karen Lewis. Welcome, welcome. Chopping off the top of my head. There. All right. Karen Lewis looks like she's feeling loved. Hi, Sherry, Voices from the Swamp, and Nancy at Crohn's Intuition. Thank you for being here. So I told Sherry she should come into my chat and because you're doing your first live on Saturday. So if somebody could put her link in the chat, that'd be great. You got your booster shot yesterday. I'm still a little sore. Good for you. Now, was that your first booster or your second booster, Mama Bear? Just wondering. Good morning, Deb, Purple Elephant. Welcome. Thank you for being here. All right. Yeah, so if somebody wants to put Sherry Voices from the Swamp, because she's not a mod. I don't think she is anyway. I can't see what color you guys are. I can't see who's who and what's what. I mean, I can't see, StreamYard. It's a thing. All right. Y'all are saying hello to everybody, and I love that. So I'm going to go ahead. Good morning, Rhonda. Good morning, Lauren. Oh, Lauren, the angel family. Yes. Yes. There you go. Yeah. Sherry H. Voices from the Swamp. She's going to be doing her first live stream at 1:30 Central. Okay. Central. Well, we're excited for you to be taking this next step. And I mean that. Yes. Sorry. Whenever Deanne's here, I got to take a sip. It just makes sense. Yes. Congratulations. And, Steve, I was thinking about you. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, welcome, Steve. Thank you for being here. And sending you on your day with so much love. And you came in with a whole bunch of energy. Okay, Steve, I'm just going to say it now. I think it's coming from you because I know you have all your guides around you and all your people working with you. And they're coming in. They're coming in really strong. So know that if I'm feeling them, yeah, sip Dan. If I know if I'm feeling them, then you must be feeling them too, as well. So do know that they are with you because they just came in when I saw your name. All of a sudden, whoa. Yeah. All right. I'm going to invoke the angels. I'm going to tell you our angel cards, and then I'm going to tell you I'm going to show you our angel cards. And then I'm going to tell you what we're going to do today. Okay. All right. It's going to be fun, you guys. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a little different. Oh, I'm going to be doing body, mind, and spirit readings today. So it's going to be 3 cards. We're going to check in with your body, your mind, and your spirit. So what does your body need? What is your mind? What are your thoughts focused on? And what is your spirit yearning for? Okay. And there's Nancy's channel. Thank you guys for putting in. I have we do appreciate all the moderators. Me and Bobblehead Bob and the whole channel appreciate all of the moderators for putting in everyone's channels and welcoming everyone. It's so wonderful. All right, here we go. Dear angels and spirit guides, thank you for your guidance and wisdom. Thank you for guiding me on this journey. My third eye is open and the veil is thinning. Please keep me out of fear and keep me in wonder and amazement. I ask to be connected to the great I am at all times. Hang on one second. All right. Sorry about that. Boop. I had to answer it because they got the results from my sleep study. Good morning, Nancy Riker. Yeah. And so they're going to go over it with me because they did find out that I do have sleep apnea. Okay. I could have told them that. Good morning, Beverly S. Oh, I was right in the middle of when the phone call. Sorry, let's just start all over again. Dear angels and spirit guides, thank you for your guidance and wisdom. Thank you for guiding me on this journey. My third eye is open and the veil is thinning. Please keep me out of fear and keep me in wonder and amazement. I ask to be connected to the great I am at all times. I am strong. I am confident. I am intuitive. I am one with the divine. I am a seer. I am a believer. I am connected to the great I am. So be it. Yes, the great I am did have a message for me, Steve. All right. Spirit, make me a channel of your peace and wisdom. Relieve me of the bondage of self so that I may see clearly, open to your light. Let there be only truth and understanding. Thy will be done through me for the highest good of all. Amen. And so it is. And so be it. Thank you, guys. I just appreciate y'all so much. Sorry, my light is like horrible. I need a light in front of me. But sometimes I think it's better I don't have a light in front of me. Just saying. All right. So here we go with the angels. Are you ready? Because I really felt these were great messages for today. For any time, really. There you go. Amen. Oh, Nancy, it was your birthday yesterday. Well, happy birthday, Nancy. You guys don't want me to sing, but a very happy birthday to you. Us crones, we got to stick together. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Right. All right. So this one flew out of the deck for me. So this is a message. When they fly out, I pay a lot of attention to them, right? Sing. No. Lisa can sing to her tomorrow. Hey, Flower, how are you? Did you get to sleep the other night? Flower is where it's like almost 5 o'clock where Flower is. Yes, Beverly, I got you started. Oopsie, where are you? You jumped. It jumped. Beverly, there you go. And I didn't see anybody else. So if anybody else has asked me a question, yeah, Crone Power. If anybody else has wanted a star, you know who I didn't see and she should be here is Debbie Fitz. Debbie, where's my cruise director? Debbie, did I miss you? Debbie, are you here? Gina, good morning. So nice to have you here. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you got a good night's sleep. Gina, it's so wonderful to see you. Thank you. I got you down, Karen Johnson. All right. So I got two so far. I got Karen and Beverly S. Aw, Gina, we miss you. Oh, Rhonda. Okay. I'm probably going to be doing 3 cards for everybody, and I'm going to be using a different deck. But let's go to the angels real quick first. I think you're going to like it. It was a gift to the channel. I have not used it yet, but I used it on my little time off. Purple elephant. Deb, you got it. Thank you, Gina. Okay. Yeah, so I got a new deck. I've had it for about a month, and I was like, oh, this looks scary. I don't know if I can learn how to use this. But in my hiatus, when I took a few days off, I got it down to use it for myself, and it is amazing. I'm in love. So I decided I wanted to do this deck today. My new deck. We're going to have a little bit of an unboxing. Just a little bit. So I have Archangel Jules. Align with the highest, go with the flow, right? So there she is. She's in all of that water. This evokes a lot of emotions for me. So whatever that emotion is, just go with the flow, you know? And interesting, good morning, greeter. Interestingly enough, the angel that came with it was Archangel Muriel. Trust your own wisdom. Have faith in your psychic impressions. So when I see align with the highest and go with the flow and trust your own wisdom, I see use your intuition and trust that and go with that flow. Right? And then we have Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy, which goes right along with the other angels. Move beyond current challenges. Focus on what you desire. And look at her. She's so beautiful. And just Absolutely beautiful. Sorry. And she came with the Shanika, Sacred Self. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. Okay. Pamela, got you. All right, and my guest is here. Hang on 1 second. She's okay. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Just go like that when you're ready. Oh, you are ready. Okay. I don't know. I can't. It's very hard to talk to somebody when they're. Yes, she's lovely and violet. Let me just show these last two cards, and then I'll introduce you to our guest. Mountains. So today we are to stand our ground, like we're going with the flow. Trust your intuition and stand your ground. Move those mountains. I don't know. Stand your ground. And then winter. Take care of your needs. Okay. So there you are. You are to go to the flow, go with the flow, use your intuition and your divine wisdom and all of that. And I want to welcome my guest today. There you go. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, barely.
I can definitely hear you. Hi.
Oh, there you go. So this is Geocosmic Valentine, you guys.
Everyone.
Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you're here today. Did you happen to pull up a chart for today?
I did, yes. I didn't know exactly how this was gonna work, or what I was gonna do, if I was gonna share the chart on screen, and then I thought, no, I it's been a
It's
while
okay.
since I've been on somebody's live, so uh, I'm just a little bit scattered. But I did bring up a chart. I didn't know if there was someone that you were interested in looking at, and then I remembered this week, I on my Instagram I've been doing a little series called "The Face of Mercury Retrograde," because so many people are they look at Mercury retrograde like, and this is I translate as you said into into tarot. Sometimes people look at at Mercury retrograde like it's the tower, and it's not. It's not.
Is it more like Pluto?
No, not at all.
No,
If
that would be a
anything,
tower.
it's the most neutral planet. It's the most
Okay.
neutral planet, and I equate it to when it goes retrograde. I equate it to, a fly that's buzzing around you. That it's annoying. It's a pain in the patootie, that
Yes.
kind of thing. And I'm a Gemini rising. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and Virgo is also ruled by Mercury. So you may have your Geminis and your Virgos a little bit more sensitive to it. And just as I say, oh, Mercury's nothing to be worried about, next thing you know, it starts poking at me. you know?
It's
but
kind of looking at you a little bit right now because you're a little jumpy. Do you want to just step out and come back in and see if it helps?
Oh, you know what? Mercury retrograde.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's see. I'll tell you, my internet is in this apartment is a little weaker than any other place where I've been, even though it's pretty close to me. I don't know if it'll make a difference if I jump out and jump back in, but I'm willing to try.
Yeah, Gerald had to do that yesterday, and it
Okay,
helped. So just try to leave the studio and come
okay,
right back in, and we'll see if it helps. If it doesn't, we will work with what we've got.
okay, okay.
I
All
am
right.
so
Let
into
me
that.
see. Do I to jump
Just
out
hit
of this?
leave studio
Gotcha. Okay.
and then come
Okay.
back in again on the link.
Okay.
Okay. All right. She'll be back. So there you go. You guys got to meet Geocosmic Valentine. What a surprise, right? I'm so excited. All right. And so the reason why I asked Geocosmic, your birthday is June 3rd, makes you a Gemini Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aries Rising. Don't know what it means, but there you go. All right. I love it. Yeah. And Flowing says good morning to everyone. She knows she's on a phone. That's so hard. Yeah. That's interesting. And what I like about Geocosmic Valentine, I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm going to say this to her. Oops, there you go. You
Hmm.
look a little better.
A
There you
little
go.
better.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll
Okay.
work with it. You're good. You're good.
Okay.
What I was going to say about you, what I like about you, and what I have experienced from you is I feel like you meet people where they are. Like, that I speak tarot. Therefore, when you interpreted some things for me, you interpreted them in a relating to the tarot. I imagine that other people who don't speak tarot, you would not do that for, right?
Right. Right.
So you're
That's
going to meet people where they are, where they speak,
yeah.
and I
I
love
hope.
that you
I
know.
hope to.
Yeah, and I really want to watch your. I don't know why I don't know about your Instagram page. Is it called Is it at Geocosmic Valentine?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Actually, you can probably get to me if you look for Geocosmic Valentine, but the actual address is the short version, which is Geo Valentine,
Okay.
because that's
All right.
what it also is on my Twitter.
Okay.
So, and they shorten the name, but
Okay.
on my Instagram, I've been doing a little series called of the face of Mercury retrograde, and I've been presenting people who had Mercury retrograde in their chart when they were born. The first person I started off with was Michael Jackson. The
Mm.
second person was Steve Jobs. And the last person I just did, because I celebrated his birthday like crazy, and then afterwards looked at his chart and went, oh my God, he also had Mercury
Stevie Wonder.
retrograde when he was born, Stevie Wonder.
Mm-hmm.
And so I do have his chart here. And I was looking at it also to see, can I look at, say, a celebrity's chart without knowing who they are? Someone gave me their chart and said, what do you see in this chart? And I thought, if I didn't know anything about Stevie Wonder, if I didn't know he was a mega super singer, songwriter, musician, and that he was visually impaired, would I see any of this in his chart? And I approached his chart that way, and immediately music just started jumping out of his
Uh,
chart. And it wasn't just because of what I'll call the basics of, the Neptune rules music and Venus rules music and the arts, and Pisces is music, Taurus is music, Libra is music. It's literally like God said, listen, dude, I'm going to give you all the basics that you need. And by the way, be careful of that Neptune. Neptune is also visualization and toxins and, the positives and the negatives. And I'm going to put it right opposite your moon, which, it might make your vision a little blurry. And next thing you know, his vision is not just blurry, it's gone. So, Stevie Wonder's story is that he was born a little premature, so his eyes were not yet developed. And then when they put him in the incubator, it was too much oxygen. So oxygen is a gas. It poisoned his system, and it did further damage to the retinas in his eyes, therefore impairing his vision. And I wouldn't have seen it that way, but as I kept trying to come up with descriptions for Neptune and and I was saying, okay, the positives, visualization and vision, uh, the music, of course, but uh, but when I kept saying visualization or things that vanish, so his
Mm.
actual vision vanished. There was a vanishing that occurred, and it's in his first house, right at his ascendant, which is what we call the rising sign, is your ascendant. It's a health center in the astrology chart. So his health was in jeopardy right after he was born, and it and it's his moon is right on the other side of the chart from his about 180 from his Neptune, and it's caused stress on his eyes. Sometimes the sun and the moon rule our eyes in health astrology, and it that's what happened. So, but I also work with asteroids, and not just the asteroids that have been, how do I say, not the big
Catalog.
boy asteroids. I'm sorry.
I said cataloged, like the asteroids that
Yes,
they know
yes,
of, like
right, right. I the asteroids that I mistakenly put in his chart when I was looking at it, because I left the codes in from a previous reading that I did. It was for someone's financial reading. I left these. I left in asteroid Musa, which is the muse, but I also use it financially. Um, it's right next to his Jupiter. So if you think the muse and Jupiter is the largest planet, it rules expansion. And his Jupiter is in Pisces, which is also an expansive sign. It rules the ocean, water, and all of that, and
I'm a
music.
Pisces.
There you go, spirit. And it's in his fifth house of creativity. So it's almost like God said, how much creativity and inspiration can I cram into your fifth house? Why don't I sit asteroid Musa exactly conjunct right on your Jupiter? That yeah. There's never too much more.
Oh
So
my gosh. It's so funny
yeah.
that you say it's never too much because I keep singing that song. It's never too much. There's never too much. You know that song?
Yes, Luther Vandross. I love that song. I love that
Yes.
song.
I listen
So
to I listen to soul and R&B all the
oh
time.
my! I love when you sing. I love when you sing and you give us music with me. And I feel like you're doing the same thing I do to you. Like I'll speak tarot to you. You speak music to me. I'm a musician, so
Are you?
and yes, and I also I feel like I told you when I told you I'm not really a tarot reader. I'm not really. I'm very much a novice. But about 20 years ago, I made my own deck. I made it out of the musicians that
Oh
were
wow.
important to me. And you're going to laugh because I still have them, and I made them out of what are these cards called again? Where you have the cute
Index?
index cards. These are index cards. And I don't know if you can see it, but this is the Michael Jackson card.
Oh,
And so on the Michael Jackson card, I have written, and this is an intimate card. It's just for me. Once in a while, I'll do a reading with someone, but I wrote, always remember how precious you are, not seeing how large and magnificent you are, unseen abuse, inner scars, and self hate.
and you must
And
have gotten that from his chart.
I didn't get it from his chart. I didn't know a whole lot, the same amount of astrology 20 years ago that I know now.
Okay.
But I just got that from what I was seeing from him or what I was experiencing from him. And that's why astrology cards were, the imagery was a little too traumatic for me. So I
Mhm.
created my own cards. I didn't even know if this would work. And then with my friends, I started saying, let me give you a rock and roll reading of my cards. And I figured, if, if your audience is not as connected to the astrology as I am, because I tend to speak about astrology in what other word, with maybe advanced terms instead of, I don't always like to do that if people are not, jiving with that. I can't go always go back to begin intermediate. That was the word I was looking for. Intermediate, intermediate. Yes, I see.
That's why I was
I
saying
see
you
the
meet
books.
people where they are. And like I used to study astrology. These are
Hmm.
just some of the books. These are from
Oh yes,
the
yes,
1980s, and
yes.
this one's from 1976.
Keep those books.
And I
Yes.
inside I have all this information written down. I used to do charts for people. Um,
Yeah.
um, by hand, because this
Hmm.
was before computers, but I don't
Right.
do that anymore. So I'm so happy that you're here because so much of what we do and are, and good. I want to say good morning to Kevin and Taro Stash and Viviani and anyone
Good
that I
morning,
missed while we were talking.
Tarot Stash, and everybody.
So yes. So please welcome Geocosmic Valentine. It's such a treat.
Thank
So
you.
and one of the reasons, and I didn't want to cut you off too much, but one of the reasons why I, well, number one, I really enjoy your chat. You did such a wonderful chart um, for me and
Thank
for
you.
my friend, and I loved the way, like I said, how you meet people where they speak. You meet people,
Mm.
you know, that you meet them, and I think that that is a wonderful, amazing, beautiful quality for you to have, for anyone to
Mm.
have, right? And good morning, Kiba. Yeah, and because I I don't know that I have that gift, and you do. So thank you for being here. And I have this deck. It's
Hmm.
called Heavenly Bodies Astrology.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
That's beautiful. Look at
it
that.
is so beautiful, you guys. It was a gift to the channel, therefore needs to be used on the channel.
Hmm.
And it's the most amazing. I'm not going to do a full unboxing right now because it's just this most amazing box ever. Um,
Oh,
with a big, huge, not a big, huge, but with a beautiful book with colored illustrations in it. And then, of course, so we don't have Tuck Box Rage has a nice with the thumb holders. There you go. Lift them up, and we have cards. And these cards have all of they have the moon, they have all of the planets. It has the houses, and it has the uh, astrological signs.
great,
So,
great.
so I love all. So, what I was thinking of doing, and this is why I'm like so glad you were here, is I thought we could do like body, mind, and spirit, just three cards,
Hmm.
and I think that you can give a lot of information, not a lot, but you can help with the cards because so let's say I pull well that's yin. I know I'm a yin because I'm a Pisces, but yeah. But it has like mutable, it has the houses,
Hmm.
okay, and it has the of course the the and it has conjuncts and trines and squares and all of that.
Great. That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
I've seen some decks that were astrology decks, and they didn't have the aspects, which is the conjunction, the sextile, the trine, the square, the opposition. So I I didn't really jive with it. I was trying to do all kinds of other different things with it, but I like that they
Yeah,
included
they're
those
all in.
because it gives it an energetic. It kind of leads you to whether it's more of the positive version of those symbols or the stressful version, a little negative. There you
So
go.
there's a
Yeah.
square,
hmm
right?
And what
So,
does it say? What does it say for the
oh, and at
square?
the bottom it says that's why this is why I because I'm you're a Pisces too, Andrea. And oh, good morning, KS. Do something nice today. Yes. Oh,
Excuse me, I
thank
have to
you,
take a
Kevin.
sip of my tea.
Yeah, sip, sip, sip,
I
sip.
just got over a cold, so.
Oh, yes. I remember you were. Yeah, it says, okay, under square, and it has little keywords down below. It says
hmm
a challenging situation, a
hmm
mountain to climb.
Yes.
Okay. And now
hmm
on we have water, it says spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. Right?
Yes.
I got you started, Scott. Wait, I got you started, Karen. Okay.
Let's see if I
I
can.
don't, so I'm just doing, so I figured, and good morning, Groot. Oh, yeah. Um, okay. I got to stay out of the chat for a minute. But yeah. And so then it has the houses and it says, like for house one, it says, excuse me, individuality, self image, and approach to life.
Yes.
So does that make sense to you?
It definitely makes sense. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So these might be, I don't know, maybe these might be cards you might enjoy. But I know
That's
you're in a,
no. So far, I'm liking that. It's giving the aspects. I mean, I do know the planets, but I wouldn't be able to give enough because I kind of dive into the chart like a scientist. So the cards are usually not enough for me, or how do I explain it? Um, but it's giving a lot more detail. It's something to for me to work with. A friend gave me a deck of the and astrology deck, and it's kind of like, oh, it's pretty, but there's my intuition doesn't kick in the same way that a tarot reader's intuition kicks in. So that's why I'm dealing with the numbers and
but that's why you're such a great addition because you do have wonderful intuition and can read these charts and the language that you speak, the language, the code, the planets,
Mhm.
all of that stuff, I think
Yeah.
is would be a great asset. Um, yeah, okay, group. Let's see. What's this? I love this. The check-in with an astrologist in the know on the deck versus exactly, oh, it's Purdy. Exactly.
It's
Oh, it's so Purdy.
that's
Because it is.
that's
It's
that's
pretty.
my version of squirrel.
But I was like, if I'm going to use this deck, I want Geocosmic Valentine with me.
I'm
Just
willing to
and
try. I will jump in definitely.
I'm willing to try too. So between you and everybody, I know that Geocosmic Valentine's um, YouTube channel has been put in the description, or sorry, in the comment. I will put it in the description box as well. And
Oh,
I'm
thank
definitely
you.
going to look for you on Instagram because I want to know all about what my. I do know that when I was born, Mercury was direct.
Right, right.
So and I think so. It does affect. Doesn't it affect people more who it was direct when they were born, or does it affect them more if it was retrograde when they were born?
It was direct when I was born, so I couldn't tell you. There are some people who have Mercury retrograde who say that when it does go retrograde, they feel like, oh, okay, now life is normal for me, even though everyone else is going crazy. But But then there's some who have Mercury retrograde, and it intensifies the retrograde symptoms, shall we say, or or the retrograde outcome. So I don't know if there's been scientific experiment done on it. Although what they say, astrology hasn't. Uh, Astrology has not proven science yet,
Well,
or that it hasn't proven that science is real.
oh, all right. Well,
Gotcha.
I don't want to keep you for forever, and we do have 12 people start so far. So let's
Okay.
kind of get into it. And then as we
Okay.
get into it, I think that we're going to learn more and more about you, about astrology, and about this deck. And we'll see
Gotcha.
at the end.
Okay.
Is
Let's
this a
do it.
deck that people might like? Is it a deck that you might like for your
I'm
own?
I'm 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 thinking of it. Yeah, yeah. It's impressive so far to me. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's
I'm
gorgeous.
It is. It's sort of muted. The colors are very muted. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna go like that with them, and
Mhm.
uh, it doesn't have the big vibrant colors, but the artwork is gorgeous, and I love the little keywords down here.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, I got you, Silver Star Priestess. Let me just tell you who I've got so far. I've got Beverly S,
Mhm.
Karen
Okay.
Johnson, Rhonda Cox, um, Deb H, Pamela Batchelor, Debbie Fitzsimmons. I had already put you in. I got Scott. I got Karen Lewis. I got Viviani. I got Sharon H. I got Debbie twice. Okay, we're going to stick with that one because you have more information in that one. Valerie S. and Silver Star Priestess. And I think you guys, I'm going to stick with that just for a minute. Oh, Mary. Okay, let me get Mary too. And then there we go. Mary, I got you too. And then if we have time, we can do some more. But let's see what happens here real quick. And can you tell us what's going on in the heavens, in the sky today? Do you
Mhm.
see anything that we might
let me
experience today?
let me pull up that chart, today's chart, and say goodbye, Stevie. I gotta.
Now this
I'm
is
over
we're
at the
flying
other
by this.
side of.
We're flying by the seat of our pants because we didn't talk about this ahead of time. Geocosmic Valentine and I did not. And Silver Star Priestess is wondering, do you teach classes?
I am thinking about it. I'm not doing it yet, but I am thinking about it, and that's what I can say for now.
Okay, that's good to know, and we will wait for you.
Aw,
Let
let's
me see if
see.
I called your name, Rhonda. Did I call Rhonda? Yeah, Rhonda, you're up there. You're way up there. Got you. Got you, Rhonda.
What is happening in the stars today or currently? That's it. First, I'll say that's usually not my forte of
Oh, well, then don't
what's
worry about it.
happening today. It's really what I do is it's more individual centric and what's happening for a particular person
Okay.
on that day and leading up to it, and maybe a little future prediction.
Oh, that's
So
fine. That's
um,
okay.
I can't. One thing I do know is that the summer is going to be. We're going to have a little bit of a rocky summer, um, a little bit like 2020 with the politics. And I'm not going to go deep into the politics because I know you like to keep it. Uh,
But we can do a show
Lovingly
in the afternoon anytime you want and talk about that.
I have to tell you, because of, I think it's because I've been watching you every morning. Politics Girl somehow got into my timeline on YouTube, and last night was the first time I saw her. And I said, I wonder why Politics Girl just popped up. And I thought, oh, the algorithm found me through Jane, and she did a little bit of a rant, and it was wonderful. I liked it.
She's called the breakfast rant. I mean, that's what she does. She does
Oh,
on Instagram. She does 1 minute rants, and she's in her
gotcha.
kitchen, always in
Mm-hmm.
front of her refrigerator, in her kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like I just love her. And she retweeted me, so I'm like fangirling out politics
Yes,
girl.
she's good. She's good.
Isn't she good? We need
Yes.
her. Um, we need her as the spokesperson because I got you starred, Groot. All right, all right. You're having okay. All right, we're gonna start now because we are already 45 minutes in. Wow. Okay, Beverly S. We're gonna start with Beverly S. Okay, so I'm gonna pull 3 cards and we're gonna see what we get, and we'll
If
see
she
if
if she wants to, after you pull a card, I can pull her one of my homemade
yeah.
rock and roll cards if she's interested,
I think that'd be great.
and see if I can make heads or tails out of that.
I think that sounds really, really wonderful.
Ah, okay. Mhm.
All right,
Definitely yes.
I got a flipper. All right, okay. So here's what we're gonna do. So I've thrown out 3 cards, and I'm going body, mind, and spirit. That's just what I'm thinking, but let's just see what happens. So the first card up is Sagittarius. The key words are optimism, um, exploration, and freedom. Okay. So, what do you have to say about a Sagittarius? Oh, wait, let's do all 3 and then see how you might be able to link them together in a
Okay,
way
that's a
that
good,
makes sense.
great idea. Yeah.
Okay. And
Hmm.
then the second one is Aquarius. Okay. And Aquarius, and it says originality, philanthropy, and progressive imaginings. And then our third card, yes, and she said yes, she would like a
A
one
rock
of
and
your
roll
cards,
card.
a rock and roll card. And good morning, Edna May, and of course, good morning, Tara Stash. I think I said good morning to you. And then we got House One, individuality, self-image, and approach to life.
Okay. So when I see a Sagittarius, Aquarius, and House One, I would put that together. Sagittarius is also ruled by the planet Jupiter, which is expansion, great good luck. They call it the Great Benefic. And I think of the law in terms of judgment, opinion. I get when I think of Jupiter, I also think of Santa Claus, gifts, play, publishing, um, athleticism, theater, and also you mentioned it for Aquarius, so I'm going to string them together, which was charity. Um,
Oh,
there was a word that you used. Can you read the Aquarius card again?
it says originality, philanthropy, and progressive
Philanthropy.
imagining.
That's what I want. I want to string philanthropy. I usually think of philanthropy in terms of with Sagittarius, but with Aquarius, it's more of community, humanitarianism. So it's putting your money where your mouth is, taking action on that philanthropy when you get it into Aquarius. House One, I always think of it. It's the mask you wear. So I think of first thing I think of with Aquarius is wild hair, individual hair or bald, and it's to make a statement. And I think of the punks of the 80s with the spiky hair. I think of the 60s with the Beatles when they started to grow their long hair and the mustaches, and Yoko Ono. She's a great example of Aquarius and the mask of Aquarius, and her artwork is being stark. Uh, I don't know if I want to call it stark, but there can be a starkness to it. There can be a detachment about Aquarius. There can be. She works in all white. That was is or was is and still is Yoko Ono. It's stark white or all black, and and that house one as Aquarius gives that's the mask, is highly individual, and as far as the possibility of physicality, I think of the shoulders. If there is the shoulders and maybe lower part of the neck, if house one is, if you're having any issues with health, it may be shoulder type things. Aquarius is also genius. There is individual thought, thinking outside of the box, things like that. So I'm just going to give you all that as a big ball of
Yeah.
soup.
And and I want people to know, I'm like, we're not reading your chart. We're
Mhm,
interpreting these cards as of what energy you can think of what you're using today. And so
mhm, mhm,
geocosmic Valentine is, so I do see comments, well, my this planet is in house one or that. And I
mhm,
understand that. And I
mhm.
highly recommend, if you want to know more about your chart, or want that you get with geocosmic Valentine. I'm going to tell you that right now. Yes.
I don't know if any of that resonated with her, but last but not least, I'll pick her one of the rock and roll cards.
Yeah.
Let's see. The way I made them, I put the person's name on the front and explanation on the back, so I have to look up when I when
That's
I
okay.
shuffle, so I don't see. Okay, so I'll just pick right now very quickly. What do I see? Duke Ellington. So Beverly,
Ooh.
I've got Duke Ellington for you. And in addition to everything you might know about Duke Ellington, or would like to look him up if you don't know much about him, Duke Ellington is a jazz was a jazz musician, one of the greatest jazz musicians. He ran a big band, and let's see here. What I wrote down was class, dignity, doing what you think others want you to do, doing the
Mm.
wrong thing for you because society says you should. And I want to say that that may fit into the Aquarius theme here, because Aquarians are the individuals. So that's just something to think about. If there's some place in your life where you may be um, doing something that you really don't want to do, and it's urging you to run your own big band. And if you have a big band, you want to play punk music from your big band, do that.
That's good. I like that. And doesn't Stevie Wonder, what his song Sir Duke, isn't Sir Duke like a
Yes, Sir Duke is a
is an
tribute
homage?
to
Huh?
Duke Ellington. That's
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. See, I know some things. All right, so there you
Yeah.
go, Valerie. And she says you hit the nail on the head through your interpretation. Thank you.
Oh,
Right. So
wow. Great.
yeah. So this
Thank
is what. Yeah. Thank you, Beverly. Thank you for being our.
thank you, Beverly.
Yeah. All right. So here we go again. All right. So we're going to go with Karen Johnson now. I'm going to shuffle the cards. Remember, this is not your chart. This is just we're using the Heavenly Bodies Astrology Tarot just as a check-in, and Geocosmic Valentine there is helping me and is expanding on these ideas of the cards themselves. And Rhonda, you don't know anything about astrology? Well, here you go. You're going to learn something today. Maybe. All right, because it is out there. I got to tell you though, I kept singing this morning in my head, row, row, row your boat. Life is but a dream. And
Oh,
I'm
wow.
wondering, is that a message? Is life a dream? Just
Hmm.
putting it out there. All right. All right. So Miss Karen Johnson, I'm going to tell you the three cards first. I will read the little things underneath. And good morning, Patricia. You're so welcome, Beverly. Yeah, she's giving you the, yeah, you and thanking you so much. All right. So we got Taurus, trust, patience, and sensuality. Then I got Scorpio, I got intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. And poor Geocosmic Valentine over there, she's trying to keep up and work with this.
I'm doing all right.
Okay, good. All right, and then we have Mars, move forward and defend self. So, what do you have to say about that? So, we have the Taurus, trust,
Mhm.
patience, and sensuality. We have Scorpio, the intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. And then Mars, the move forward and defend self.
Hmm. Okay, well, for Taurus, I'm actually putting all three of those fit together in an interesting way. Taurus and Scorpio in in the zodiac are exactly opposite each other. Uh, Scorpio is a little bit of, you could say it's like a higher octave of Taurus. When I think of Taurus, I think of the sensuality. I think of delicious food first. I think it's not just delicious food; it's the best delicious food. I think of luxuries. I think of the best foods, the best fabrics, the most beautiful flowers, and money, banking, real estate. On the other side of that, we have Scorpio. Scorpio, when you think of, it's also money in terms of debt to others, taxes, inheritances. So they also equate Scorpio with sex, death, and taxes. Um, and when I say sex, sex with Taurus is more the romantic sexuality. Scorpio is the kind of sexuality where it can be a little habitual. We need to have a baby. We got to do this. It's not keep the curlers in your hair. Let's just go for this. No, we got to. You're ovulating. Let's do this. Mars is also Mars. Mars rules Aries, but it's considered to be a co-ruler of Scorpio. Mars is a planet also of, I'll say, penetration. That's how we get pregnant. It's part of the sexual uh, create creativity, and the romantic and the let's just get it done. Um, and I want to say there may be something active or that needs to be active in your financial life. There may be um, there may be some cleansing that needs to be done, especially after this eclipse that we just had a few days ago. If there's a deep cleansing, actively deep cleansing, and maybe a focus on finances. Scorpio, even though I said it's sex, death, and taxes, there's also a wealth factor with yes, Taurus is banking, but Scorpio is where you find the CEO, large wealth. That's your Elon Musk, your Jeff Bezos, that kind of thing. So these types of things may be in the air for you. And I did the Michael Jackson card jumped out. It jumped
Okay.
out while I was, but I also got the Burt Bacharach card for you. So I know I read the Michael Jackson card, Michael Jackson, once again, Mercury is retrograde right now, and he is one of the faces of Mercury retrograde that I did. And I want to, I feel led to pick out, always remember how precious you are in reference to that. And with Burt Bacharach, he is mature taste, mature authority. So I'm thinking that the taste with the Taurus, the sensuality, and the mature authority, I'm feeling like maybe be mature and take charge of your finances.
I
That's
think
what I'm
you're
being like.
I think that's great. I think that's a great. I think so, Karen, there you go. So body, mind, and spirit, just all of that, trust in the day, and like she says, do some purging. Maybe there's some purging that needs to do in order for you to move forward and defend yourself. Oops, she froze. She froze. All right. She'll come back. I hope she knows she can come back. She knows she can come back. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Isn't she good, you guys? Right. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Hope she knows she can come back in. We'll find out. You're welcome, Karen. And I saw what you said about your PT and your knee, and so wishing you wishing you just all wonderful things. Oops. All right. All right. I'm glad you're enjoying this, Sharon H. So am I. At least once a month. Yes. Yes. Yeah. And Scott, I did see that you're going live today at 11:30. So there you go. That's lovely. Kiba will try. She might have lost her. I will do this all on my own too. I have a book. I just thought it'd be really good to have. There she is. There she is. There she
Hi.
is. Oh, oh my gosh.
I am now. I'm coming to you on my iPad because something, I don't know, it kicked me out.
Mercury retrograde.
And as I'm trying to do a great campaign for Mercury retrograde, and it's not very thankful. It is not being very grateful.
No, it is not. But
But also, I'm trying to get my ear pods. Let's see if it'll work. I think it's going to work now.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Letting me connect, but I can hear you because it's coming this way. I'll just try one last time.
Okay. Now I can't
There
hear
we
you.
go. It's gonna happen now, I think.
Okay, there we go. All
Okay.
right. You've been listening to the Clash of the last few weeks. All right, we're on to Rhonda Cox. Thank you very much. We are on to Rhonda Cox.
Oh, okay.
Mercury just wanted to show you some love.
I guess so. Oh boy.
Oh, there you go. I love that, Beverly. I love that. Oh, look at this. This is what Beverly says. Jane enjoyed the experience today. As soon as I got on, the energy made me feel like sunshine, and the read was so spot on, even with the music.
Oh, wow.
I watched a movie the other day with Duke and his band.
Awesome.
Right? So you are, not only are you a great astrologer, but you're a great, you have a great intuition.
Thank you for saying that. I wish I was more confident with it, but this is helping.
You
So
are
thank
going
you
to
for
grow
letting.
and learn. You are going to grow and learn.
Yes, I am. Let's see. Maybe I can get this here. Yeah, I'm gonna have the show over here on. It didn't kick me out of the computer completely, so maybe I can see some of the chat at the same time.
Okay. All right. So now we have Rhonda Cox, Miss Rhonda Cox. And so for her, I pulled 3 cards again. Maybe we should do 1 card. Well, I like to put them together. I don't know.
That's fine. Whatever you'd like to do.
Okay. Well, I mean, how much time do you have?
I'm here for the duration, as long as you need me.
Oh, you're
And
so
if you want
wonderful.
to, and when you're ready to kick me out, feel free to do that too.
Ow.
You bother me.
Nah. No. I don't see that ever happening, but all right. House 1 is the first card I get for Rhonda. Individuality, self-image, and approach to life. Okay. And then for Rhonda 2, for the second card, I got House 10. Structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishment, and career. See how pretty these cards are?
That's beautiful.
And with those keywords down on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
This I see this wise owl, and I'm like, accomplishments. Okay, yeah. And then we got House 9. She got all houses. This is so weird. Rhonda, you got all houses. So you got House 9, spiritual growth. So what do we do with this when we just got houses?
Well, what I'm thinking is that there's the message of the houses. There's a focus in these places. So the focus of the first house, first thing that comes to my mind is health and or showing yourself to the world. When I think of House 10, I immediately think career. And so I'm connecting both of those, career, House 1 and House 10, and they're also a little bit public. So there may be something, how you show yourself, how you're showing yourself to the world, maybe through your career. This is the most visible that you will be in your life. Is, we go to parties, we ask each other, so what do you do? And it's sort of, we don't always want it to be that way, but it's sort of stuck to us. This is what I do, and that this is who I am. This is my mask of who I am, how I present myself to the world as myself, and this is how I present myself to the world with what I do. And House 9, I'm wanting to think of, and business, I'll just put that out there. And the father as well. So if that resonates in some way, father or paternal energy with the 10th house, if that's in the mix, consider that. The 9th house is spirit, philosophy, philanthropy. Why is everything flying out of my head in terms of the 9th house? Judgment. I'm going to go back to publishing, professors. Higher education, higher thought. I know I said philosophy, but higher thought, experimenting with thought, and having your opinions respected. That's what I want to say about those. And as I let me give it one more last shuffle of these cards and see what pops up for you is Little Richard. Interesting with the 9th house. First thing Little Richard says, this is not receiving the credit that's due to you. No respect. And when I say that, for years, Little Richard would go to the Grammys and say, where's my Grammy? I am the architect of rock and roll. Where's my Grammy? And he also would say, shut up. That was Little Richard's favorite thing to say. And I also want to say, how dare he, or how dare you? If you're getting that, the how dare you from people, or maybe it's something you need to say. Because I remember an article that impacted me about Little Richard, where they said, how dare he go from being an effeminate dishwasher to one of the world's greatest stars on the planet. And I'm just going to leave that out there. I don't know what that means to you, but demand the respect
Yeah, and
that you deserve.
Aren't we glad that he did? Because I mean, I can just, when you said it, I immediately see him dancing and singing, and he had so much energy.
And playing the piano, he was just had so much energy. He was the one who inspired the Beatles.
Yes.
So demand your respect.
She said, what you said, I receive it. So, Rhonda, and she says her dad was a teacher and professor.
Oh!
And she says, I always felt disrespected for so long. Oh, I'm so sorry you felt that way, but I hope you feel respected. I mean, I always enjoy you, Rhonda. Always. And wow. Dan, you are on fire today.
I got my red shirt on.
I know.
I am an Aries.
Oh.
I'm a 12th house Aries, so for years I didn't feel it.
Oh.
I just was like, what is this place?
Yeah, I'm a Pisces. I am such a Pisces. Oh my gosh. Purple Elephant Deb H. Are you still around? You are so welcome, Rhonda. And thank you for allowing us to do this and for experimenting with this deck with us.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
I got a purple elephant, and I got to tell you, the first card that popped out was Prince.
Oh, isn't that funny? Purple Rain. I saw him in concert, well, a few times. Absolutely. And I got nosebleed seats, but I want you to know, because they were only $20. He was doing a month at the Fabulous Forum in LA. He did a whole month. So I went during that time, and we were sitting up in our nosebleed seats. I talked a friend of mine into going with me, and I went to go get a beer. And I saw that he was like doing a round stage. He was like in the center of the forum.
Right, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So on the back side of the stage, which was sort of where I was sitting, but he would still come back there. There wasn't anybody down there dancing. Mm-hmm. So I talked my way down to the floor, and I was dancing down there on the floor. And my friend's like, and my phone wasn't working, and I was enjoying the music. I feel so bad. I left my friend. But I was like, didn't you see me? I was down there. I was trying to tell you to come down. Anyways, that's my Prince story.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
I know, right? I love it too. And Scott's saying, yeah, Prince is his all-time favorite male singer of all time. His music helped me stay alive in my teen years, right? All right, so here we go. Now we're going with planets. All right, and a house. All right. So we, like you said before, we got Jupiter, grow and expand. Mm-hmm. We have the sun, self-express and embody truth. And we have house 2, physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth.
Let me tell you already, Purple Elephant Dev H. I wish that I'm going to share that card pick with you, because Jupiter, first thing I think of with Jupiter conjunct the sun, I just think money. It's because I need some right now, but I think that's one of the best good luck measurements you can have in astrology. Even if it's the more stressful version, it's it's just it's the good luck, it's the abundance, it's the happy joy. I look forward to it. Every 12 years Jupiter comes along to conjunct my sun, or really I should say Jupiter has a 12-year cycle as it goes around the chart. But when it comes around to your sun, that's when, you know, play all the contests, play the lottery, go to Vegas, the whole shebang. And the fact that it's in the second house is a financial house. It is a house of money. So the fact that Jupiter and Sun showed up along with the second house, girlfriend, open up your purse. Wait, I want to be in the camera. Open up your purse and just let the money fall in, the money, the jewels, and be the happy miser.
Well, Steve isn't in the comments anymore, or was it Geek Hillbilly? I don't know, but one day somebody said that his grandfather told him, "You want some money? You go outside, you open up your wallet, and you go fill it up, fill it up, fill it up, fill it up."
I'm gonna do that.
Right?
I like that. I can definitely do. And right after we get off of here, that's where I'm going. Right outside. Fill it up. And
almost, yeah, I'm gonna say
and because I was just going to say, and because Prince popped out, I want to say Prince is kind of like the guide of your reading. I guess because he saw the purple and he jumped out. And I'll read you what Prince says: lust and innocence, seduction, the hermaphrodite, which I want to change that to trans. I wanted or non-binary. That's what I want, because this was 20 years ago. But I want to change that because that's really what I meant was non-binary. Kinky sex and sensuality. So he's the guide, but as I know that popped out right at the beginning before we even picked up the other things. I want to pull out. Burt Bacharach is jumping into the mix again. I have 72 cards and he's in the mix again. It's the Taurus. Taurus is emphasizing, again, the second house. Taurus is the second sign of the zodiac. And it's the money, the real estate, the sensuality, and all of that, and the best of everything, and the second house. They both match up in terms of self-esteem, how you value yourself, just as opposed to the eighth house is how we value others, but how you value yourself. So there's something having to do with value and maybe, treasure coming your way. That's how I think of Taurus too, as treasure. So Burt Bacharach, once again, he's here with the mature taste and the mature authority.
She says, "I just started my channel, so that seems like it will be successful."
There you go.
Hey, put your channel or somebody, I didn't know you had a channel. I will follow you. If somebody could find her channel link, put it in the description box. So there it is. Deb, go out and be you, open up your wallet, let it all in, get a lottery ticket if you have $1. I mean, I don't know.
This is me. Call the radio station. And when they have they're giving away $1,000, call the radio station.
There you go. Right, because of the music.
That's right.
Oh, very good. Oh, there you go. So now we have Pamela. Isn't that just lovely? I love this.
Pamela Batchelor. Okay.
Pamela Batchelor. Yes. All right.
Do not look at this. Okay.
There you go. Purple Elephant's channel is in the comments. So good. There you go. Yeah, you're welcome, Deb. Purple Elephant. All right, Pamela Batchelor. You're welcome. All right. We got House 6, establishing a foundation. health, daily life, and practical details. Okay, that's our first card out.
House 6. Okay.
Okay. Our second card is Sagittarius. Optimism, exploration, and freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And our third card is oh wow, you went over 200 subscribers on your channel, Sherry H, and it blew you away. Well, good. All right, and then we got Trine, angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. Wow.
Awesome.
All right, so what do you got for that? So we got House 6,
House
Sagittarius,
6, Sagittarius.
and Trine.
House 6.
Rhonda.
Sagittarius.
Rhonda's
When
like,
I think of
yeah.
House 6, House 6 is also a health center. It is the house of acute health. It's also the house of the mundane activities and work, employers, employees, and I'm starting to learn it's a little heavier on the employee side of the employment. Let's see, house 6, Sagittarius. I'm wondering if you work with the law or in a university, school, or publishing facility. And the trine, also the 6th house is connected to Mercury and the whole Virgo feeling. I'm getting a feeling of many details, maybe organization of words, maybe even a library. And the trine is a smooth flow of energy. It's a strong, smooth flow of energy. So there's not any tension. It just seems that things are going okay in that particular area. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, so it's a general, strong positivity. Usually you find people who are Sagittarius, Sagittarians, are positive, lots of positive energy, happy, and because this is a flow, I'm not getting any stress. So there may either be some happiness in your life right now in terms of work and maybe words and reading, teaching, critical care for 40 years. I'm retired now. Is there, are you thinking of a second career, or maybe this is saying now you've got time to do the things that, every day that or other things that you may have wanted to do. And Sagittarius, well, there's something else I wanted to say. Oh, Sagittarius and Jupiter, theater. I always think of theater, and I know you've been doing this work for 40 years. There's also the athleticism too. Do you like sports? Maybe you want to go out and see the game, or coach the game or something. Or maybe travel, international travel, Sagittarius and Jupiter. Internationalism.
That sounds like a lovely time.
Mm-hmm. And last but not least, it seems Burt Bacharach wants to be here. He popped out again. I'm like, Burt, what are you doing? Oh, I'm thinking. All I'm hearing is, just like me, they long to be close to you. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you're near? Yeah. But I said, okay, I know he's popping out. He just wants to hang out. So just one last one. I picked out Diana Ross, and Diana Ross says, doing what needs to be done for personal success and appearing vicious. Doesn't mean you are vicious, but I think what happens is when people do what they need to do to become successful, and when they become successful, other people don't, the world may not understand that you're doing what you need to do, and sometimes it may appear like a person is being vicious, and the word is my brain's blocking the word, that that was the word, was appearing vicious, and doesn't mean being vicious, but that may be how, people say, oh, who does she think she is going for her goal?
She says she's more like a Little Richard girl.
A little Richard. And you know what? He could appear vicious also. The fact that he would yell "shut up" at people. No, Richard, don't be so vicious. But he had his reasons. Yes, he wasn't getting the respect.
Right. Yeah. All right. And just remember, like, we're not doing like your chart. These are just cards that I'm pulling. And Geocosmic Valentine has graciously accepted my, like, hey, come on, what do you want to do? All right. Okay, Debbie, wait a second. Debbie, you had something. There you go. Okay. Okay, but we are pulling the cards. Okay, but that might help you with these cards that we get. I don't know. Let's see. Because, I'm pulling cards. She's reading on her intuition and her astrology knowledge. It's sort of a collaboration of, I don't know, gobbledygook.
Yes.
All right. So Debbie, good. She's here. Self-express and embody truth. We got the sun. So self-express and embody truth. And then we got Jupiter, grow and expand, like you've said. And then we have Uranus, radically change.
Okay.
All right. So.
Okay. Let me see that again. Okay. Sun, Jupiter, and Uranus. This is another supercharged, giant, massive good luck, because anytime the sun, I already explained, when the sun is conjunct Jupiter, that's big luck. When you put Uranus in the mix, Uranus actually rules luck it's the change of luck, and we usually read it as positive, like an instant change of luck. Shockingly, like the treasures just dropped out of nowhere. It's like, let's say if you went outside today, we were joking, if you go outside today, go out and say, fill it up, fill it up, fill it up. If you did that today, because Uranus is there, don't be surprised. Be surprised, because it is a surprise. It rules surprise. Uranus rules surprises. You would go out there for real, and something, a chunk of gold is definitely going to just fall in there, and you're going to come back tomorrow and say, and that's exactly what happened to me. And then I would not be surprised, because those are the cards that came up for you. And I love that, because you put you typed into the chat, your Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter are in Pisces. That she picked Sun and Jupiter, and so first, I just before I go to your own planets, I just want to say that's the thing where it's like, for entertainment purposes only, you play the lottery today. Do not wait. Do not wait. I don't know if you're out, if you're out now, if you're driving around, or you stop at the store, get a few lottery tickets. Treat yourself to the expensive one, and see what happens. So now, and go ahead. What were you going to say?
Oh, Pamela Batcher said, we are all running outside today, Valentine.
Yes. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So I guess because you did put Sun, Mercury, Jupiter in Pisces, and Moon in Scorpio, you are just like off the charts intuitive, off the charts psychic. Every person I know with Mercury, excuse me, with Mercury and Pisces, I'm envious. My Mercury did not. My Mercury is at the second degree of Aries, which means that just like the week before, 2 weeks before it was in Pisces, you have your own personal cloud. You know, they talk about iCloud and the clouds. You've got your own personal cloud. So when you need to know something, it just drops in there. And you know, being a Pisces, the Sun in Pisces, the Jupiter in Pisces, Jupiter co-rules Pisces also. So it is definitely at home in Pisces. And all I think of is just soft, cushiony, musical, you know, spiritual blankets. And with the moon in Scorpio, everyone I know who's got moon in Scorpio, they have a ghost friend. Everyone, even, you know, Lady Gaga talked about a spirit that was following her, and she had to have some kind of work done or whatever, but everyone I know with moon in Scorpio is also highly psychic. They are coaches. They are not coaches, counselors. They're the counselors of the there's another word I'm looking for, but they are the counselors of the zodiac. So I just wanted to give you that for the planets that you have. And I have Jupiter square Sun, and it makes me lucky to a certain, and that is the stressful part. You can't really say anything bad about Sun and Jupiter together, even if it's a square. If it's the worst measurement of it, it's still bringing the good luck. So that's awesome. And just real quick, card. Tina Marie is or was a singer, songwriter, musician, producer. She was short. I think of her as one of the fairy people, but she worked with Rick James. She was a funk bassist. She's Portuguese, and she was an amazing singer, songwriter, R&B musician. And what I have for her is Feminine Powerhouse, Rosie the Riveter, Big Things in Small Packages. Tina Marie.
Oh, you got that, Debbie. Oh yeah. And I want you to know, when Tina Marie came in, I got big, huge chills with that. So I do believe she is here with us. Didn't she die in the plane crash?
No, she died. I think her she died the day after Christmas. Sometime within the last. It hasn't been a decade yet.
Okay.
But I mean, she is this tiny woman playing funk bass. The bass would always look like it was bigger than her, you know. But she was amazing, absolutely amazing. So yeah, that's what I'm glad she showed up.
Yeah, she showed up. 2010 is when she passed away.
Gotcha. Okay. So it's a little over a decade. Yeah.
There we go. And yeah, we got people who love her music. Absolutely. Okay. All right. We got the Scorpio moon. And I'm going to pull cards, even though we know that he's a Scorpio sun, Capricorn moon, and rising and north node. Your north node is in
Capricorn. I think he's saying that he's Capricorn moon, Capricorn rising, and his north node is in Capricorn. Okay.
Oh, I'm a Capricorn moon. It does not go well with my Pisces sun.
They're the hard workers of the zodiac. The Capricorn sun and Capricorn moon. It's like, you get it done. We don't just do busy work. We do busy work for progress and to finish the job, unlike Aries, who will start the job and then leave it for the Capricorn moons to finish.
Or like Pisces, who's too busy floating, because that's what I do. I'm all like a squirrel, you know, and I'm like, you know, I'm having issues with my Capricorn moon is what I'm having. So there you go. Sorry. All right. So for what I got here, is I got house 12, spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing.
Okay.
All right. And then we got house 4, cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort. Look at that with the little eggs in the nests. And that's just, you couldn't be much more comfortable if you were an egg in a nest, unless your mama was sitting on top of you and you were nice and warm. And then you got yin, intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity.
And which yin? Is it giving me a planet or a measurement?
It does all of them. It's got Taurus, Cancer,
Taurus,
Scorpio, Pisces, Virgo, and
it's giving all the water and earth signs. Okay. So that was 12th house, 4th house, and yin.
Yes.
I'm now, see, Scott, I already know a little bit about you because I've been, I've seen you here and we've all chatted and everything. I'm getting your mom communicating. 12th house is the spiritual house. 4th house is maternal energy, and the yin is the feminine energy, and the getting the spirit and earth, Mother Earth. And what do you call it when you have a bias? Because that's, I think of you that way, and I have been wanting to. We were supposed to talk at some point. I've been wanting to tell you how I love that you communicate with your mom, and that it's so like, well, yeah, she crossed into the next dimension, but she's here, and it's just it's seeing you accept it in such bringing it into like a mundane way is amazing and fascinating to me, and I think very helpful too to other people who are watching and communicating with you in the chat as well. And I just knew, just as soon as your name popped up, I was like, his mom is going to come through somehow. She's going to show herself. So I want to say, hi, Scott's mom.
All of this.
Hi, Scott's mom. But seeing the Scorpio sun, Capricorn moon. I know I already mentioned that Capricorn moon, that they're the hard workers. They're getting the job done. The Scorpio sun, the Scorpio sun energy is, you need to know. You want to know. You want to be right in order to do the right thing. And yeah, that's how I have to say it. And that the Scorpio sun, what happens is the moon operates off of the sun's light. So in putting that, the work is not going to get done unless whatever the work is, and I will say it is spiritual work. It is helping others to feel good about themselves. You are valuing others. That's what Scorpio does. And you put that to work, and it comes through that 12th house. The 12th house is an organization, large organizations, large communities. And you're doing it from home, the 4th house. And the bringing the spirit to earth. That's what I want to say, that all of the water signs, that the yin, bringing the spirit to earth, making it earthy, making it okay for us to, mom just went over to the other side, but she's still hanging out with me. And she talks to me, and she's going to tell me something she wants you to know too, because you're my friend. And I really get that energy from you, Scott. I love that energy from you. That's just from, being in the chat and that you read for me. And, I've been on your channel, and it, you just have such a beautiful, beautiful energy. So comforting. And I want to thank you for your energy.
Yeah. Kiba, I do have you on the list. And then also what I'm reading here about yin, which is very interesting that yin showed up. It says, and this is what you've been doing, Scott, it says, allow space for stillness. Release any pressure to perform or express, travel inward, and nurture your private world too. So you don't need to look outside yourself for definition or validation, is what I mean.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, yeah, go.
Oh, I was just going to say, I got a card. I got a
Yeah.
card for Scott. Barbara Streisand. Political power, unrequited love, Yentl. And when I say unrequited love and Yentl, I love the movie Yentl. I love the love story. I love how she portrayed it. I got a crush on Mandy Patinkin in that movie, and
We all did.
and that's really what the unrequited love and the Yentl thing and came from. So whatever unrequited love means to you, I wanted to also give the explanation because I don't know if that's what you're dealing with right now, or just to give you that image of, they wanted to be in love, but there was a higher calling for both of them, and they wanted to do the right thing. They could have gone for it. We wanted them to go for it. They almost did, and then they stopped. Damn it.
Yes.
But
Yentl was the movie. You need to watch it. What?
Papa, can you hear me? Papa,
Yes.
can you see me? And I was just talking about this is how it works. About you're speaking to your mother. Mama, can you hear me? Mama, can you see me? Mama, can you find me in the night? Can you hear me praying? Anything I'm saying. Oh my God.
There you go. Oh, my gosh.
That was the connection.
So much fun. Thank you. All right. Well,
Yeah.
Scott, there you go. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Karen Lewis, are you still here? We've gone a little bit longer than we normally do. This is taking a little bit longer, and I'm fine with it as long as everybody's fine with it.
I'm okay as long as you're okay.
Yeah,
just my brain is starting to clear up. Wait to wake
I
up.
love it. Yes, she's still here. I love your intuition. I love that you're really tapping into that. That just yeah, and Viviani, I do believe I have you started as well. Just so you know. All right. Yeah, isn't this deck amazing? And isn't Geocosmic Valentine amazing, you guys? Come on. Bring it for Geocosmic. All right, here we go. Valentine with her red shirt. We got Mercury, think, learn, network, and communicate. Yes, so Mercury, the sign of communication. Or okay, and then house 2, we have physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth.
Okay.
And then we have Uranus. Or how do you pronounce it?
Yeah, that's how I pronounce it. I pronounce it Uranus, and my astrology instructor used to call it Uranus.
Oh,
singer. So Uranus, Uranus.
Radically change.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Mercury, second house, and Uranus. I'm getting internet with that because Uranus rules technology and the internet and radio and television broadcasts, the news, and Mercury rules communication, and the second house. I'm thinking digital banking.
and communication in terms of digital banking. And if I was to pull it out of intuition, just over the last 2 days, for this is my experience kind of informing these symbols, dealing with PayPal, receiving, somehow having a duplicate account, receiving funds, and communicating about digital banking, digital money. I know that Mercury is retrograde right now, so it's not confusing. It's just annoying, like a gnat is just like, you know, and it's, you landed on my cheek. Ow, 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 you know. The gnat got away, but I got a slap in the face kind of a thing. I also want to say flashes of ideas. And yes, ideas coming in a flash. Uranus is one of the intuitive planets, and it's like psychic information in a flash, like came out of, you know, like a bolt of lightning. Lightning is, Uranus rules lightning. And it also can rule chaos. So if there's chaotic speech, some kind of chaos occurring with either money, or how feeling intense about yourself, communications about yourself, and what you feel about yourself, or your own value. So this is all, it's all coming kind of a little jolted to me, because that's what Uranus does. It jolts movement. Mercury rules short distance travel, so maybe you can do that ding and travel somewhere in an instant, but only a short distance. You're not going to go around the world, just, you know, maybe across the street or across town, but that's it.
I love it. Are you going to pull a card for her?
Oh, yes. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I got Barry White.
Ooh, yeah.
He wants to love you every day.
I can't go as deep as Barry.
And Barry White, pure yang energy, masculinity. He loves it when you call him Big Papa, throw your hands in the air like you're too play. That's a Biggie Smalls came through on that vibration too. Oh my gosh. So yes, another orchestra conductor, and he is the ultimate sugar daddy, Barry White. He wants to love you. He wants to give you. He wants to show you. He wants to love you and give you the furs and the cars and the cash and the money. And he'll say, "Here, Glodine." Do you remember his wife Glodine? And she had she was like the first woman we saw with super long fingernails. And so there's a Taurus element to him. And wasn't it second house? Second house is bringing in the
wait. I need to leave them out until you're all done.
That's okay. I think it came back to me. It was second house. So there's something about, you know, value yourself. He wants to treat yourself good, baby.
There you go.
And he says it with that deep, deep voice.
Love it. Love it. All right, Viviani. Are you still here, Viviani? I hope you are. All right.
Viviani is a Virgo.
All right. If you don't want that sugar daddy, I'll take him, says Rhonda.
Or, you know, you can be your own sugar daddy if you need, you know.
True.
Sugar daddy, sugar mommy.
Yeah.
But there was that second house of value. There was a valuing yourself. Treat yourself nice.
All right. Viviani is here. And I'm just going to pull 3 cards for her. Loving this collab. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Isn't Geocosmic Valentine just wonderful? And I've seen many comments. I just want you to know. you might get kind of busy here.
All right.
People are like, I
Come
need to get a
on
reading from
down
her.
to Crazy Geocosmic Valentine. Her prices are insane.
And she's so lovely. And like I said, I have experienced her. You found yourself, Karen Lewis has found herself in the sugar mama mode many times. All right.
Yes.
All right. So for Viviani, I got Chiron, which is hurt and heal. It says hurt and heal is the keywords for that. I also got trine, angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. So I'm feeling like, and but I feel like, you're hurting and you're healing, but your angels are there too. But we're gonna hear what Geocosmic Valentine has to say. And then Sagittarius, optimism, exploration, and freedom.
Okay, all three of those cards give me a good feeling if you are healing from something. Chiron was discovered in 1977, and it's named after a centaur. And it's Chiron, and also it's one of the centaurs. They've made it a minor planet now officially. It is the ruler of Chiron was the wounded healer. The whole story, I can't bring the whole story forward, but the wounded healer. He was a teacher, and also many astrologers, I'm one of them, believes that Chiron also rules Virgo. So I'm glad you told me that you are a Virgo. I like that there's a trine energy involved. That I always think of that's the strong, smooth flow. And I like that they added angels to it. A strong, smooth flow. So if there's something that needs to be healed, no matter what it is, physical, spiritual, mental, it is healing. And Sagittarius is that expanded, jolly energy sign ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter also is involved with healing when it's when there's a trine energy, that smooth flowing energy. You being a Virgo, I think of words, I think of libraries. I also think of libraries with Jupiter and Sagittarius. I think of universities and professors, large libraries, big knowledge, and maybe enjoying words, enjoying books. And that Chiron is the ruler of Mercury rules it, but also Chiron rules it. I do want to say, whatever you are doing in a healing vein, continue it. And also the Chiron was a teacher as well, so there's some teaching element here, definitely with Virgo, definitely with Sagittarius. And Barbra Streisand popped up again.
Ooh! With
the political power, the unrequited love, and the Yentl. She sacrificed her love for higher education, and it's a spiritual higher education. There is a spiritual element to excuse me, a spiritual element to Sagittarius. It can be religious, a little more religious, a little more ministerial, preaching. There's opinion involved with it, but it is higher thought, lofty thought, philosophical. And with Barbra Streisand, even though she's not a Sagittarius, I always have to remind myself that she's a theater artist. She is a musical theater artist. She's an actress as well, and funny. I tend to forget that because I always focus on her singing, but my God, what a comedian. And not just because she was in Funny Girl, but she's hilarious. So that's,
yeah. One of my all-time favorite movies is On a Clear Day You Can See Forever.
Me too. That's right.
On a clear day, you can see forever,
Yeah.
right?
Rise and look
And
around you, and you'll see
yes,
who you are.
yes.
Yes.
And all the plants like grew, and she goes and I mean, that's just, and like whenever I say to people, "Oh, I love that movie On a Clear Day," and they're like, "Huh, I never heard of
Huh?
that one."
Yes, she was a psychic. I forgot that.
Yeah, she was psychic. She
Yes.
didn't know she was really psychic. She didn't know these things were going on.
Right,
She
right.
got hypnotized, and
Yes.
it brought up all these past lives, and the guy's plant, the psychologist,
The
whoever it was,
Sonic Camp.
his plant
Yes.
was like dying, and every time
Mhm.
she'd come in, the plant would like grow.
I have to see it again because these are details that I'm forgetting. But it's one of I love that song. On a
Yeah,
clear day,
I mean,
rise and look around you, and you'll see who you are on a clear day. How it will astound you that the glow of your being outshines every star. You'll feel part of every mountain, sea, and shore, and you'll hear from far and near the words you've never heard before. And on a clear day, you will see forever and evermore. I'm awake now.
you're on fire, like we said. All right. So there you go, Viviani. I know. So you're gonna move through this hurt and heal, and you've got angelic. You've got all this good stuff going on around you, and you got Barbara Streisand and a
There you go.
song.
Yes, yes.
I love it. This is so much fun. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much. I haven't used this deck in years.
Well, it's coming through for you. Sherry H, are you still here? Sherry H, are you still here?
Sun, Aquarius moon,
Somebody else.
rising.
Yeah. Barbara
Okay.
Streisand, yeah. I don't know if Sherry's still here. She might have had to go. Oh, she's here. There she is. All right. So
Pardon me.
she's got that stuff, but let me
Mhm. Gemini.
pull these. I know that
Mhm.
you can read stuff from her thing, and if we were doing that exactly, we would do that exactly, and we kind of
Mhm.
are.
Yeah, we
Just
can
incorporate.
mix it. We can mix it all up.
That's what I said. It's a big mishmash of stuff. Here you go.
Yes.
You guys got it all today, except for the
Oh,
crying. We haven't done any crying yet. Thursdays we do singing and crying and everything else. We do all of it. All right. Okay. Here we go. All right. Well, this card wants to come up. Okay. So the three cards that I have for you, Sherry, is I have Aquarius, originality, philanthropy, and progressive imaginings.
okay. Mhm.
Okay. Our element, we got earth, persistence, patience, and practicality. And then we got house 12, spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing.
Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
What you got?
Okay. What do I have? So it's definitely all getting mixed up with her Sun, Gemini, Aquarius moon. Excuse me.
Do you need a sip of water?
No, I just took one.
Oh,
I'm trying to remember her cards again. The cards
oh,
that you.
I got them right here.
Okay.
I'm going to keep
It
them out.
was
So we got
Aquarius. Okay.
Aquarius,
Aquarius moon
Earth, and house 12.
and house 12. Okay. That's an interesting combination. Air, earth, earth, and house 12. Moon, and seeing that her moon is in Aquarius
Oh,
also. This gives me the feeling of genius. That genius lives in Aquarius, and with moon in Aquarius, I I I get I get ideas. I get ideas. I get technology, and I'm connecting it with her son also she's an air sun and an air moon, and I'm getting a person who's electrically sparkly and chatty. I want to say, well, there's somebody who said that, who talked about the ideas being like brain crack. So something about her with ideas, and maybe even being addicted to ideas and expressing them. And I hope that she writes her ideas down. Your Geminis and your Virgos tend to be writers, and they tend to be chatty. And the earth, I'm going to say that maybe earth is needed for grounding, maybe to help you to let go of the ideas. I don't know if there is difficulty sleeping with all of those ideas and the thinking. I would say that earth, insomnia is what I was going to say. I don't know if insomnia is an issue, or if you go to sleep and you just dream these electric dreams. And 12th house, 12th house is also one of the health centers. You have the first house, the sixth house, and the 12th house as health centers, and or large organizations. I don't know where you work and why Google Earth is coming into my mind. Google Earth, because I'm thinking of Google as a large organization. I'm feeling technology and writing technology, and for a large organization. I could be completely off here, but these are the things that are coming to me. Not necessarily health, but with that earth and technology. Okay.
Look at this.
Oh!
You made her fall out of her chair, Sherry.
Oh my God. So yeah. Hi, Sherry H of the computer science department. Oh God. Wait, and Uranus is the planet is connected to Aquarius. It rules Aquarius, and so it just shocked me and freaked me out. Thank you for telling me that, Sherry. Thank you. Oh boy. Woo-hoo. Oh wait, and let me get you the a rock and roll card. Uranus also rules rock and roll, I can tell you that. And so you can find that in Aquarius, the electric guitars in Aquarius. Let's see. Okay, taking this, and I got Cyndi Lauper. And ooh. I don't know if Cyndi Lauper is an Aquarius. I think of her as one because I remember her in the 80s with the wild, crazy hair. And that's what I think of with, it's the first thing I think of with Aquarius or Uranus. I think of the big hair of the 80s and the spikes and the mohawks and all that stuff. So Cyndi Lauper, and I have her as the wise, moneyed fool. And I mean fool in the tarot sense, the wise, moneyed fool, and the wise person appearing to be a clown. She did sort of present as over the top, like a clown. She presents as an Aquarius to me. I don't know what her birthday is, but what I loved about her also was her humanitarianism, which is completely Aquarius as well. And I think of the song True Colors. I think of her as, at some point, she began to really present, at least to me, as this very serious singer-songwriter. I didn't know that she could play the piano as well. And there, when she became serious, I just started to get an intense genius vibe from her, and I just love her to death. And I also see her as playing. I think there was a show that honored John Lennon, and they set her up in Central Park at a keyboard with all the flowers. She was singing on the mosaic that they made for John Lennon, and she in Strawberry Fields, and she was singing Imagine and playing the keyboard, and I was just charmed beyond belief. So you got the Cyndi Lauper card that fits in with the technology and the Aquarius moon and the writing, and
So write
yeah.
all that stuff down, Sherry. All your
Mhm.
ideas. Right.
Mhm.
Thank you. Isn't this fun, you guys? I'm having a great time.
I'm having fun.
I'm glad you're having fun. Valerie, are you still here? Valerie. Valerie. I know she does chores and stuff, so
Mhm.
I just kind of wanted to.
We can read her. Will she come back? We can read her if you want.
You got, and Sherry H got chills up and down her spine.
Wow.
And
Me
Valerie
too.
S is here. Yeah. All right, Valerie. Very good. Let me pull some cards here, and then
Okay.
and of
Oh,
course,
I'm seeing the symbols. She's a Virgo sun, Leo moon, Libra rising. Oh, that is good, Valerie. You're good. You're good. Okay.
oh, okay. So Patricia looked up Cyndi Lauper, and she was born June 22nd. So she's right on the cusp
Yeah,
of
she's right on the cusp of even if
Cancer.
she's like first degree Cancer, or 0 degrees Cancer, something like that. That's still pulling in Gemini energies. The writing.
Yeah. All right. Yes, she is a Cancer. Yeah.
Mhm.
1953. I didn't know she was older than me.
I didn't know that either. She doesn't present as, I mean, she's that means that she'll be 68. 60, if she's not 68, yeah. I think she'll be 68 this year.
I don't know. I
Okay.
don't math this early in the morning or before I've had coffee.
I hear that. I only astrology math. Any other math don't. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Same thing here. I in the morning I tarot or
Right, right.
angels. Angels. Good morning, Susie Buckingham. It's okay that you're super late. It's been quite a morning for you. I hope you're okay. It's good to see you all. All right. Sweetie darling Lulu, are you a Cancer too? All right. So here we go for Valerie S. I got Capricorn, ambition, realism, and methodical steps.
Mm-hmm.
And these cards are so beautiful. And then we got trine,
Mm-hmm.
angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. There's your trine. In house 3, early learning, childhood relations, and the rational mind and communication.
Okay. Capricorn, it's bringing in that working energy again. Oh wait, I forgot what the second card was.
Oh, wait. So I got Capricorn, trine, and house 3.
And house 3. Okay. I'm thinking hardworking communication, and it's working out. Either hardworking communication or hard work with movement, uh, short term movement, or walking. Um, um, that Capricorn is business. I don't know if it's the business of communication or the business of movement, possibly with the hands. The third house, Mercury and Gemini, are the hands. Also Virgo
is the hands. But since this specifically is the third house, it's giving me Gemini energies, and I get communication. I get structured communications with that. Maybe communicating about business, communicating in order to implement administration, and getting it done. And right now the energy is good for that. It's just good for getting it done, and that there's guidance over whatever the communication or the movement is. And let's see, also just seeing that you are Virgo with the moon in Leo and a Libra rising. Libra risings, they're one of the prettiest people. They just are, and they have the best smiles. And with your moon in Leo, you need attention. But you also, you don't just need attention for being beautiful and attractive, and you are the most gracious host. You throw the best parties if you're a party thrower, but you also need to be given attention for what your mind can do, for your ability to organize, your ability to speak and correspond. And that is, and last but not least, and I think this is going to speak to your Leo moon of needing attention. I got Isaac Hayes. Isaac Hayes winning the Oscar by surprise, winning a contest. Get that lottery ticket. And he looked like Oscar to me. Tall, muscular, bald and sexy, and just, beautiful skin. And he wore the chains. And
Yes.
but didn't he show up at the Oscars just like shirtless, or he had on a vest or something with the chains, and then he brings his mother with him? That was the sweetest thing ever.
I
he didn't
love
show up with not a sexy, gorgeous woman. He brought his mom because he knew that was mom's Oscar.
I love that.
Yes.
And there is something about a bald man, I just got to say.
Oh, honey, don't get me started.
My husband has hair down to his.
I love that too.
All right. So there you go, Valerie. Oh, yeah. So there you go, Valerie. Yeah. So, all right. And I saw that Scott moved the time. And thank you, Scott. You didn't have to do that. But I want everybody to be able to go to yours too. So
That's right.
So we just have a few more. We have Silver Star Priestess, Mary Thornberry, Grun, and possibly Kiba if we have time. And you're so welcome, Valerie. There you go. All right. So Silver Star Priestess. I don't know. Are you still here? She might be. We can do it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm
a 12th house. I'm a 12th house Aries too, Silver Star Priestess.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let's see what the. Yeah, Rhonda agrees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you, Pamela. She says, pace our energy so we don't overdo it. Yeah, that's why I kind of cut off the questions. All right, so we got all houses for you. So, but she has that other. So we got house 6, establishing a foundation, health, daily life, and practical details.
Okay, 6th house. Mm-hmm.
We have house 1, individuality, self-image, and approach to life.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have house 8, transformation, karma, facing fears and legacies, which I know that that is something that Silver Star Priestess and I have talked about, is that facing fears, that Kali Ma energy too.
Mhm.
But yeah, so there you go.
Okay.
618.
Okay. Getting 6 and 1 together, my first thought is health. And for entertainment purposes only. That's what I'm gonna say. So, and you told me that you are Aries 12th house, and so oh, let me see. So Taurus rising. Okay, so that's Taurus is on your first house, and I'm assuming it's a Taurus first house, 12th house, Aries. I'm wondering if your sixth house is Virgo. Well, I am astrology mathing right now. Okay. And eighth house, legacy, inheritance, other people's finances, taxes. Just the connection of first house and sixth house. I don't know if there is a focus on health right now, but maybe just it's being brought to attention, and not super seriously. When I think of the sixth house in terms of health, I think of a little cold, like I had a cold. It's not going to last me my lifetime. So if there's something that is minor, it makes me want to say, keep your metabolism up, whatever you're doing, taking the honey and the ginger and all that stuff to keep, do those things. So it's interesting. It's just houses. First house is the face that we show to the world as well. And the sixth house is just like the mundane, the chores every day, going to work every day, coming back home from work every day, and whatever the mundane things are. And I feel like coming home, doing the spiritual work, the cleansing, the meditating. We just had once again the eclipse in the eighth house, the blood moon in the eighth house, and it's just making me say, focus. A focus there with the cleansing and the focus on perhaps letting whatever needs to come out in order to deal with. Did somebody say dreams, or the whole Kali Ma? That's right, the Kali Ma. That totally fits in with the eclipse that we just had. So maybe for the moon cycle, whatever spiritual or mind kind of cleansing. Sixth house is also Virgo focused, Mercury, the mind kinds of things. I want to tell you that I pulled for you.
Hi, sweetie, darling.
I pulled the John Coltrane card. And John Coltrane, this is interesting. Okay, I'm getting the eighth house stuff. John Coltrane, jazz saxophonist, one of the greatest musicians in general of the last century. And what this is what I had, and this is interesting for Scorpio, eighth house, the vain authority on hipness or cool. This is not him. This tend to be what people who knew a lot about John Coltrane would act as if they knew it all. And that's what I have, a know-it-all. Eighth house somehow does know it all. They know things. They need to be significant. Self-sufficient. There's a self-sufficiency to the eighth house. And I also want to mention that John Coltrane, there are many spiritualists who actually canonized him. He became known after he died. He was canonized. I don't know how official it was, but this was a serious thing. There was a church of Saint John Coltrane in San Francisco that actually just closed. It began shortly after he died, which was in 1966, and the church lasted until sometime within the last decade. So I just want to say that there's a profound spiritual element to that. He's also known for writing one of the most difficult jazz melodies in jazz. When jazz musicians want to test you, and you come to the jam session, we're gonna jam. And if they want to know if you're in with everybody, they say, let's do giant steps. And giant steps is such a deeply rooted, it's rooted in European European melodic structure, but one of the most difficult. And it is indeed a difficult melody. It's a beautiful melody, but it's difficult to then improvise over. So if somebody wants to show themselves as significant, you better know the tune Giant Steps, and you better be able to improvise over it with skill and say something and be coherent and So you got the John Coltrane card.
I love it. All right. Well, thank you, Heather, Silver Star Priestess. And so let's go. And I have just a few more people have left, and so I don't have as many as I did. I don't know, Mary, are you still here? And good morning, Leslie, or Laughs Me. Mary, are you still in the house?
Of course, she's a Gemini rising and
there she goes.
And Aquarius and Gemini moon. You're throwing all this at me, all the details at me. I'm not gonna remember it at all, but we'll see. Let's do the cards and see what comes out.
Yeah, let's just see what the cards. Yeah, and yeah. Oh, okay. So we got mutable, surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. Mutable, that flew out.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome, Silver Star, Heather. Uranus and Saturn. I'm going to show you these cards because they're just so we have mutable. Because when Geocosmic Valentine is not with me, I will still be using these cards because I love them. But I sure hope you come back again.
I will come back, sure.
And we got Uranus or however, and radically change. I'm telling you the keywords on the cards. And Saturn, feel restricted, experience struggle, learn hard work and patience.
Okay.
Sort of like the shadow side, right? Well, we have our Saturn return. I mean, we go through that when we're around 30 and 60, right?
It's the ultimate maturation. That's what Saturn return is. Some people who have not had their plans in place, they're the ones who have the most difficult time. And the people who got their stuff together, they sail on, they have that marriage, start buying the house, start having the kids. It's organization. That's what Saturn is. But let me go.
Oh, she's in her Saturn return right now.
Bingo. Okay. I'm going to say you're having an electrified Saturn return because Uranus showed up also. And what I'm seeing is that being in Aquarius, it's interesting. Uranus and Saturn energy can be very difficult when they are when they're stressed. But when there's a smooth energy about it, they can I want to say they can fight well together. And you being an Aquarius, Saturn was the original ruler of Aquarius. And now Uranus is considered the ruler of Aquarius. So I'll say they are co-rulers. Saturn being with Aquarius energy, it's more like, I never understood it until a shaman friend told me, we are anchored here on Earth by air. And I said, now I get it. I never understood why Saturn, as a heavy element, it's got a heavy energy. It is the brick wall. It says stop. It is the disciplinarian and all of that. That kind of Saturn solidifies. It solidified something for me. Saturn rules things that are cold. And so air, I think of snow. We would not have ice cream without Saturn. So when anyone who says that Saturn is difficult, it's like, are you willing to give up ice cream just because you have to be disciplined in some area? And, ice cream will be your reward for getting it together. Mutable. I want to say the mutable is simply speaking to me that I'm not talking about the difficulties of the two of them together. Ordinarily, I call Uranus and Saturn together the chaos hammer. Uranus brings the chaos, Saturn brings the hammer. It's the boulder. It's that cartoon anvil that falls out of the sky, and and usually, who is it? The road runner's the one who kicks the anvil off of the
Yes. Yes.
to fall on Wile E. Coyote. So with those energies, I think it's telling me to mute the difficulties of it, and that all of Aquarius, from the most electric of it to the organization of it, is with you now. And remember, instead of thinking of Saturn return as a time of difficulty, it is a time of the ultimate maturation. You are adult. When you're 21, that's not the adult. You just get to be a teenager who doesn't have to live at home with mommy and daddy, but you get to make all the same mistakes as a teenager. Now that you're 28, the teenage years are over. Boom. But your life is just starting. You are not old. That is not what 28 and 29 is about. It's about, it's the older people saying, oh, how cute. You think you're old. You think you're 20.
Right.
30. That is so, don't make me laugh. Because life really does begin. You stop thinking about those things. Oh, who's the millionaires in their 20s? Forget that. You don't want that. When they get into their 30s, they are so messed up. Because they don't know what to do with that money. They have no idea.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So I think that's saying to me, she is the Uranus is electrifying the fact that Saturn return, it is here and now, and in the future. Uranus rules the future. Once again, it rules the technology and all of those things. And let me just take a look at your moon is in Gemini, your Gemini rising, Aquarius sun. I don't know what part of Aquarius your sun is. I know that Saturn is currently transiting through Aquarius. If there's depression or something right now, you can ride it out. Saturn is not just there to depress you. It is a tool for you to use. It is your sledgehammer. I just want to tell you that if it's pushing you to be disciplined, you can do it. You can be disciplined. You can right wrongs. You can organize. You can plan. This is the best time for all of that. So just wanted to say that, yes, I'm actually trying to manifest right now. Saturn solidifies it. It's what's out there in the air. Saturn is solidifying it. It is taking what's in the air and manifesting it, bringing it into the physical.
All
and
right,
let me
did
pick
you
a
wanna pull
card.
for her?
Yes, pull a card for her. And
I'm just going to put this up here. Look,
mhm.
thank you so much for. Do you see that?
Thank you so much for my trip. Oh, is that you? Okay, I know who you are. You're welcome. You're welcome. And let me see.
For Mary.
Okay, for Mary, I got the Elton John card for you. Elton John. I put cool clown, masculine drag, one man party. And when I think of, he's another one who, when I think of Aquarius energy, it's he's not a funny there's something that it's just so cool. He's just the Elton John is the coolest, and the man is not afraid to put on an outfit that might just be, so the masculine drag. Yet he is gay and he is drag, but he is so much yang energy again. So I put him in with the non he I don't know how he identifies, but I'm identifying him as non-binary. He is a one-man party in himself, and Geminis are so sparkly. You've got Gemini sun, moon, I'm sorry, I'm getting it because the way it reads, your Aquarius sun, Gemini rising, and Gemini moon. You're just sparkling, you're shooting electric sparks everywhere, and that's what Elton John does.
Very good. I've seen
Mhm.
Elton John several times in concert, and
Oh God, I love him. I got
Yeah.
addicted to that movie, the movie about that musical that was written about his life, Rocket Man.
oh,
And I'm a pianist, so that's why it's all about Stevie Wonder and Elton John for me, because
that's
that's
so
when
funny because my Lisa from Zena's plays that we do on Thursday. She
yeah.
teaches music to children, and she teaches piano.
Oh wow.
She's a musician. So anyway,
And so am I. Yeah, that was my main deal. It is my main deal, as you can see.
yeah. And okay, yeah. Grun, are you still here? Well, you could. There she goes. She any insights on her Scorpio moon and Scorpio solar having 2 eclipses this year? And I am going to pull some cards too.
I don't have a lot of the information. I only have the negative information on eclipses. You don't want to hear it from me.
Okay, let's pull some cards then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gave the most positive that I could, knowing that, and I got that from other people because I learned the negative side of it first and haven't, really advanced further. But so any place else you can get that information on the eclipses, especially Scorpio, get it from someone who can really give you the correct functions, a little more positivity with it than I can.
She says, bring it on. Have pants on. She's fine.
I like spoken like a true Scorpio moon. Put your big girl pants on and give it to me straight. Excuse me.
Yeah, let me just show you the cards, and she wants that, but what I pulled for her was Libra, consideration, fairness, and harmony.
Okay.
These are just the cards. Mercury, think, learn, network, and communication. And then Cardinal, instigate, bravery, and a pioneering spirit.
Okay. So we got Mercury, Libra, Mercury, and and Cardinal. Okay, so also Libra is a cardinal sign. Libras are the cheerleaders. They are they're the beautiful they're the head cheerleader. They are the hostesses and hosts with the mostest. They will greet you with a dazzling smile and make sure that you better. That's the cardinal. You're gonna enjoy yourself at my party. I don't want you here being a sad sack. You're gonna get on that dance floor. But they'll say it's so nice and so pleasing, and you're gonna, as soon as you walk in the door, come on in. Let me take your coat. Here's a lovely drink. The drink will be lovely. It will taste good because she's got a Taurus bartender. And let's see here. And so it was the the cardinal and the and Mercury with the pleasing communication, the lovely voice. The romance novelist. Libra is the relationships, and so I want to say something about the romance, the fluffy, loving romance, the a touch of adventure, and and so wait, what keeps coming? Give me that Scorpio information. Tell me about that eclipse. And the Libras, you know, maybe after you've had a few drinks, we'll talk about the Scorpio eclipse. And you know, just when you see Mars coming to make a conjunction with that eclipse path, or about to square it or oppose it, run!
There you go.
That's what I want. That's what I'm gonna say.
Run.
That's what I'm gonna say. You find out. And I don't even want to say that with that Libra smile. When Mars, find out what degree. I don't remember off the top of my head. Oh wait, I do remember, because my friend was on my friend's son. The eclipse was at for entertainment purposes only. The eclipse of the moon occurred at 26 degrees Scorpio. So when Mars transits either 26 degrees Taurus or 26 degrees Leo, I don't even, I'll just say that, it's not a feel good. It's not a warm and fuzzy. And I don't know where Mars is right now, and I'm not going to look up where Mars is right now. I have a general feeling, but I don't know where it is. So that's it. This has been for entertainment purposes only. This has been the horror film portion of the reading today. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Next.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, also, Geocosmic Valentine, she does have a channel. She's on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So we can find her. And anybody who laughs me, she had a chart done by her.
Mm-hmm.
And it was full of information and really wonderful. So check Geocosmic Valentine out.
And it's easy to. I was going to say it's easy to contact me too. It's very. You see, my name is Geocosmic Valentine. Just slap an @yahoo.com on the end of that, and I'm just email me. That's how I do it. I don't I don't have a website yet, but I do have. I'm active on Instagram and yeah. So please, if you want to follow me on that, you can, and that's how you contact me. Just email me.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, thank you, Jane. This was so much fun and unexpected.
Right? This was so last minute, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to everybody, and I want to thank everybody for coming in. I want to thank everybody for being here. Geocosmic, hang on for just don't run away.
Okay.
There, look. So we're everybody is just loving what we did this morning. I've seen that.
Thank you
so many times. So I thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Jane. This is so much fun, and seeing my cards still work.
Your cards are amazing. I love it. Her index cards that she made, her own deck. How many years ago did you say?
You know what? It had to be like in the year 2000 or 2000, like 2000. So this is 22 years with this deck. Oh gosh!
Yeah, I thought you left. I'm sorry. Yeah, we are running late, but I'm going to try and really talk her into coming back again. So
I'll come back. Yes.
I'm so excited. All right, you guys. Normally I would do like a postcard from Spirit and stuff, but my voice is going out and I'm a little tired. So I'm going to say, have a great day, everyone. And thank you for being here. Thank you to my guest, Geocosmic Valentine.
Thank you.
And out there's Gerald. Thank you. Yes, thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here and flowing in everyone. And just remember, and thank you, Leslie, for showing up and giving that, because Leslie did have a chart done by Geocosmic Valentine, and it really was quite amazing. So
that's nice to know, because I usually don't do them that way, and it's like without really knowing is like, okay, let me just jump in and do it.
she did. Like, I asked her to do something that, because I was trying to do it on my own, and I was like, I can't do this. I mean, it was just, and man, she came through. Amazing charts, she says right there. There she goes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
I hope they really helped you too. We'll have to talk, Leslie. Yeah. All right, you guys. I'm just going to end like I always do. So just remember to be kind, be love, and be.